Check out this piece of shit I bought. It's got a V12 though. Yeah, so while I'm living in Vegas away from all my other cars in Florida and not making content about those, I picked this up so that I could make some content like manual swapping it and also potentially boosting it and making some headers for it because V12. But this was my cheapest option. And it wasn't even in Vegas. It was in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So that was 18 hours of life that was absolute misery. And yeah, here, like... Cool. So I bought this from a Euro shop owner in Albuquerque, and he tore some of it apart, like obviously some of the exhaust is in here, but he did that so he could get easy clearance to the starter because he had to replace that because the previous owner overheated the car and sat on the starter trying to start the damn thing because it wouldn't start. So he burned out the starter. Also, the place that it was being stored got hit by a city bus, and this was stored in the corner that the city bus hit. So this happened. Anyways, let me 85,000 miles though, but like I don't think you'd be able to tell. It's absolutely immaculate. It's just absolutely immaculate. That side's broken too. And into the engine bay, the distributor's cracked here. This one, well, both are missing their covers. The fan shroud is cracked because the fan no longer exists. So that blew up at some point. This is what's going on with the upper radiator neck. It doesn't appear to be there anymore, and this is all hose. This is all silicone hose. So, yeah, I don't want to break this off just yet. I actually wanted to see if this would actually still hold water, so I brought some distilled water because that already looks bad. That's empty, and the color of the coolant isn't... Yeah, you just see brown. It's brown. It's bad. Yeah, here, let's start it. Let's get this thing going. So, Sam, I hope you watched this. You did suggest me put clean gasoline into this car. I put about 4.5 gallons of it. And I started the car to get it up into this garage because I kind of have a slant and I didn't have enough manpower. So it did start and run. The interior lights work too, and so does the phone. Ah, the rear headrest motors are broken. That's what that noise is. That wasn't happening before, so I guess the battery was also pretty dead. I left it on a tender. But here goes nothing. Yeah. So I don't know what that hissing was. And then that last little pop, the cruise control light came on. A relay switched in here. And a loud pop came from the engine bay. M539 is kind of my inspiration for this. I like how he does his stuff. I just hope I could be half as entertaining. I don't know where the fuck this is gonna go. I just wanted to put a manual trans in this car. I built one for my buddy Brian, who has like a 50,000 mile 750 IL, and it works flawlessly. Brian and I are both just really interested in these cars because they're really nice, really comfortable, and Tons of fun with a manual. But this one's a piece of shit, so it's going to take a while to fix everything. Dude, this cooling system's probably fucked. The head gaskets are probably fucked. I hope nothing's warped, because if anything is, oh man, that's a lot of work and just money. I'm afraid to drain this thing of oil and other fluids because that's just going to tell me that I have to pull the entire thing apart. But yeah, I might as well just do that because I want to get into structured light scanning. And that will hopefully make the process for making headers and shit for this thing much faster. Fix everything, manual swap, headers, standalone maybe, we'll see, because there's a guy who runs a thing called Russ EFI, R-U-S EFI. Made some pretty compelling shit. I was going to help him out. I moved. All my stuff is in Florida, so I kind of had to halt. But yeah, I could probably begin again. We'll see. I may just keep the stock DMEs on this car, and I'll ship my 8 Series out here or some shit. Maybe we can make some progress with that one, because that one's also getting an M73 with a 420G swap. This sucks. This sucks, man. I just realized I don't have a fucking rearview mirror. Dude, I was gonna look into my own eyes in the rearview mirror, and I just realized I didn't even have that. So I have no way to remind myself of the mistakes that I'm making. On a good note, though, these wheels are nice. Like, they're these Style 4s. They're actually not in too terrible condition. But yeah, holy fuck, the rest of this car, man. This is some shit. This is some real shit, man. This isn't going to be a thing every time. I have some microphones coming to attach to my shirt. But for an introduction, I guess that's it. So once I end this, I think I'm just going to start tearing into the cooling system, and we're going to find out how fucked this car really is. It runs. I got some distributors on the way. Maybe it's all that. Maybe it's the spark plugs. I guess let's find out.